Welcome to Football Forecast 91. Starring Las Vegas handicapper Dennis Tobler. With Jeff Allen. The Professor Gordon Jones. And brought to you in part by Scorephone.
Well, hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Football Forecast 91, the show that each week right here on this station gives you the valuable insights and the much-needed information that you need to help better handicap and predict college and professional games. Hi, I'm your host, Bob Elder. Well, as you can see, it's every television host's dream today. I get to dress a little bit casual. And no, it's not because of the hot, bright lights in the studio, even though it makes it a little bit nicer. And it's not because it's about 80 degrees out in Las Vegas where we tape the show. It's because both of our handicappers are on fire, and we had a deal as when both of them, Dennis and Jeff Allen, were able to hit over 80% not only on the show but on their services. The agreement was I got to dress casual. And as you can tell by listening to the show, they have done just that. They're on fire. In fact, they're so hot, we're going to keep them in coat and tie. And Dennis, all seriousness aside, you obviously are on fire. You've had a great week.
Well, that's right, Bob. We were 100% on our NFL selections this week, so you can't do any better than that.
All right, let's start right up with a key college matchup, a Big Ten matchup. Indiana looking to go to a bowl game, as is Iowa. They're playing each other. The Hawkeyes are at home, and they're favored by 5. How do you see this one?
Well, I see there's great value in this line at -5 on the homestanding Hawkeyes. There's a big disparity in talent and coaching in this matchup. The Hawkeyes are emotionally high also with their big win at Ohio State last year, and it's going to be big trouble for the Indiana team to come in here and get the win. The only reason the line is at -5 at the current time is because quarterback Rodgers is questionable for the Hawkeyes. However, if he plays or he doesn't play, that's not going to keep the offensive linemen from knocking the Indiana team off the ball, and that's what will happen here. Great value in the line. Iowa's at home. Take Iowa -5 for an easy winner.
Both teams looking for bowl bids, and Iowa, like you said, is at home. That's got to be an advantage to them.
That's right, and I think it may even be an advantage if Rodgers is hurt somewhat, because Indiana won't know what to prepare for sure. So I think everything points to a big Iowa win.
All right, let's go to a Big 8 matchup. Another team looking for a bowl bid and living in Southern California. I've heard rumors of the Freedom Bowl for Kansas. They're going to be hosting Nebraska. Nebraska, a 15.5-point pick at Kansas. How do you see this one?
Well, I see that Kansas has the best chance in many years to maybe upset the Cornhuskers. Nebraska's coming off of their big tie game, big emotional game at Colorado, and they should be a little bit down traveling to Kansas this week. The Jayhawks are coming off a big road win, and they should be able to keep the ball on the ground somewhat, and when they do need to pass, that's Nebraska's weakness. So I look for the Jayhawks to keep this one real close, and the 15.5 is a big bargain here. I'm going with Kansas plus 15.5. You may just see them in the Freedom Bowl.
Well, that sure would be nice, and of course, they being at home, big crowds at Kansas, and this is always a bitter rivalry between these two. We hear Oklahoma, Nebraska, and the others, but they really dislike Nebraska there, don't they?
Well, that's for sure, and you do hear Oklahoma, Colorado, and Nebraska, and that's why Nebraska will probably be a little bit down this week. Their second road game in a row, and they're going to go in against a very hostile crowd. I think they'll have their troubles, maybe even getting a win.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Monday Night Football. Now, people out there that may know, I host a Jock Talk show. It's called Jock Talk in Southern California, and every Monday night, Dennis Tobler appears on the show via telephone from Las Vegas, and you are hot on Monday Night Football. In 9 weeks, Dennis gives the overs and unders and also gives the line. You are 17-1. Monday Night Football seems to belong to you, and this week you've got a parlay for the people out there.
Oh, that's right, Bob. 17-1 on my first 9-week selections. Incredible. And I have my NFL Monday Night Parlay of the Year going this weekend. This parlay can only be received by calling my 900 number, 1-900-454-6600. And as a special treat this week, everyone that calls and picks up my Monday night game of the year, I'm going to release absolutely free an entire weekend of my late information phone service. So if you're a serious player out there, call that 900 number right now, get my Monday night game of the year and 1 free week of my late phone service. You'll be glad you did.
Once again, I think it's the scouts and the abilities that your service has to be able to key in on these games, not only the ones on Saturday and Sunday, but especially those Monday night games, which seem to have significant importance to the teams, to the fans, and of course the ABC audience.
Yeah, I think most of the time on Monday night the point spread's inflated or deflated the wrong way because of people losing so much money they alter the spread. We're just sitting here know what the spread ought to be and take our advantage, and we win.
All right. When Dennis Tobler comes back on our next segment, he's going to look at a key pro matchup. You're going to want to see that. Plus, he's got another big deal for you. And Jeff Allen's going to join us a little bit early. We'll be back with more Football Forecast 91 right after this. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Las Vegas handicapper Dennis Tobler, and after going 17-1 on my Monday night side and total selections as monitored on national TV and LA radio, I'm releasing my Monday night parlay of the year this weekend. You can only get it by calling 1-900-454-6600, and everyone calling this phone right now will receive a free week of my late phone service. So call for my Monday night parlay and the free week. 1-900-454-6600.
Hi, football fans. I'm Las Vegas handicapper Jeff Allen, and my Vegas Steam Report is on fire. Last Saturday, I gave you 4-0, and right now you can get a huge Steam game in the ACC. Call 1-900-903-2224. For only $10, you can receive up-to-the-minute information right from the Strip in Las Vegas. Call for this ACC Super College Lock right now, 1-900-903-2224.
Hello, sports fans. I'm Dave Hammer of Dave Hammer's Hotline. I live here in Las Vegas because it gives me immediate access to the information and line movements I need to be a consistent winner, whether it's football or basketball, college or pro. Call 900-976-2800, and you can be a winner too. You can't get this kind of information anywhere else. Call 900-976-2800, only $10 a call. Be sure and call right now.
Hi, sports fans. I'm Las Vegas handicapper Jeff Allen, and my top plays are cashing in over 85%. If you're looking for the top play each and every day, call my Gold Club at 1-900-820-4124. For only $25, you'll receive the best play of the day with complete analysis. That's the Gold Club at 1-900-820-4124, your best play of the day.
Welcome back to Football Forecast 91, everybody. Dennis, it's time now to go to a game with the Giants. Now, I've got to marvel at what you do with the Giants because last week you picked the Eagles outright over the Giants on Monday Night Football. You said McMahon would outduel Hostetler, and you were right. So we're going to start off with your favorite, the Giants. The Giants are taking on the Phoenix Cardinals in Phoenix, and the Giants have already been established. So it was a 7-point pick. How do you see this one?
Well, I got a big kick out of the Monday night analysis from the so-called network experts. They were all sitting there trying to figure out what was the matter with the New York Giants, and not once did they say that the coaching change from Bill Parcells is the problem. Well, that's the problem. The new coach came in and set the #1 rated quarterback from last year, Phil Simms, on the bench and put some guy named Jeff Hostetler in his spot. Well, all Hostetler's been able to do is throw 4 measly touchdown passes in 10 weeks, and they wonder why the Giants are nowhere? I'll tell you why. Their coaching's terrible, and the team has no confidence in the quarterback, simply put. Now, they go to Phoenix this week with 1 day less to prepare because of the Monday night game, and with a terrible rushing game and an even poorer passing game. Phoenix will keep the ball on the ground. Joe Bugle will keep the ball away from New York. And the New York Giant defense may not be strong enough to stop the Cardinals up the middle. The 7 points they're favored by is far too many. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals beat the Giants too. You have to know these things in advance to be a winner here in Las Vegas. You can count on the Cardinals covering.
Think maybe we'll see Phil Simms back in?
Well, the coach finally, in the last part of the game Monday night, put Phil Simms in when everything was out of control and had him do nothing. Maybe he's getting the message now that he has a better quarterback on the bench. Maybe he will come in a little earlier. I don't think it'll help their cause, though.
All right, let's talk once again about that amazing 17-1 that you have been on Monday Night Football. easily documented through my radio show and also national television. And this week, a treat for the people out there because you've got your Monday Night Parlay of the Year.
That's right. We're going to give everybody a chance to see how well we do pick Monday nights with the side and the total. My Monday Night Parlay of the Year. You can receive it by calling 1-900-454-6600 right now. And if you do call right now, I have an extra special bonus. I will give you 1 week of my late telephone information service absolutely free. So call me right now.
All right, we'll see you next week, Dennis. And right now, you can find out how to get the scores right after this.
When you need the scores and only the scores, there's only one number to call, 1-900-420-2400. No commercials, no hype, no bogus claims, just the scores. 1-900-420-2400. Every game on the board, college and pro, updated every 5 minutes. 1-900-420-2400. Remember, for all the latest scores 24 hours a day, the one number you need to know is 1-900-420-2400.
Hi, I'm Las Vegas handicapper Dennis Tobler, and after going 17-1 on my Monday night side and total selections as monitored on national TV and LA radio, I'm releasing my Monday Night Parlay of the Year this weekend. You can only get it by calling 1-900-454-6600, and everyone calling this phone right now will receive a free week of my late phone service. So call for my Monday Night Parlay and the free week, 1-900-454-6600.
We're back, and joining us a little bit earlier is Las Vegas handicapper Jeff Allen. And Jeff, your 800 service did it again. You had 2 big revenge games last week. How'd you do?
Well, I don't know of any other 800 service in the country that is hotter than Jeff Allen Sports. We've had 10 straight winning weeks, and last week a big 10-2 weekend, including Saturday's revenge game on Indiana and Sunday's big revenge winner on the Bears over Detroit. But this week will be even better.
All right, you're on fire. We've got you here early for a reason because we want to get a college game from you this week. Ohio State travels to Minnesota to take on the Gophers. Ohio State a 14-point road favorite. How do you see this one?
Well, 2 weeks ago, Michigan came into the Metrodome and crushed the Gophers 52-6. In that game, Michigan had over 500 yards of total offense, and after that, I found out Minnesota was really banged up. They were completely demoralized, and they went on the road after that to face a revenge-minded Indiana club, and once again they were destroyed. Minnesota has packed it in for this season, while Ohio State still has a shot at a bowl game. They must not only win, they must run up the score to impress the Bowl Scouts. So you can expect Cooper to have his boys ready to go after that Iowa loss. The Buckeyes defense is yielding only 13 points a game, and that's against much stronger opponents than Minnesota. Last year, Ohio State won by 29 in a similar situation. I look for them to get a big lead early here, force the Gophers to play catch-up, and that's a complete joke. Ohio State will absolutely crush Minnesota this week.
Now, the last 2 years, Minnesota was 6-5. This year, they're 2-6. Is that program on the decline?
Well, facing a hungry Ohio State team isn't going to help anything. The Buckeyes are averaging over 250 yards a game on the ground. Minnesota can't stop anybody. This looks like a huge winner. And if you want a guaranteed 40-point winner, my Pac-10 Lock of the Year wins this week. This is my strongest West Coast game of the year. I'm 9-1 in this conference, and I guarantee you a 40-point winner on Saturday. Call my office right now. It's yours absolutely free. 1-800-638-3411. This is my Pac-10 Lock of the Year, and it wins big on Saturday. Give me a call right now.
I know I'll call because it's absolutely free. When we come back, Jeff Allen's going to take a look at some NFL games. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Las Vegas handicapper Jeff Allen, the hottest handicapper in the country. I've won 10 straight weeks, and this week my West Coast contacts have confirmed critical information on a college game so strong, I'm releasing my Pac-10 Lock of the Year. You can receive this 40-point blowout, plus a super NFL revenge lock, and your first week of winners absolutely free. Call 1-800-638-3411. Call right now.
Hi, I'm Las Vegas handicapper Dennis Tobler, and after going 17-1 on my Monday night side and total selections as monitored on national TV and LA radio, I'm releasing my Monday night parlay of the year this weekend. You can only get it by calling 1-900-454-6600, and everyone calling this phone right now will receive a free week of my late phone service. So call for my Monday night parlay and the free week. 1-900-454-6600.
Hello, sports fans. I'm Dave Hammer of Dave Hammer's Hotline. I live here in Las Vegas because it gives me immediate access to the information and line movements I need to be a consistent winner, whether it's football or basketball, college or pro. Call 900-976-2800, and you can be a winner too. You can't get this kind of information anywhere else. Call 900-976-2800, only $10 a call. Be sure and call right now.
Hi, I'm Las Vegas handicapper Jeff Allen, the hottest handicapper in the country. I've won 10 straight weeks, and this week my West Coast contacts have confirmed critical information on a college game so strong, I'm releasing my Pac-10 lock of the year. You can receive this 40-point blowout, plus a super NFL revenge lock, and your first week of winners absolutely free. Call 1-800-638-3411. Call right now.
We're back with Las Vegas handicapper Jeff Allen. Time for some more winners in the NFL. Last week, you had both Houston and Dallas winning. This week, big battle at Texas. They're going at each other. It'll be at the Astrodome in Houston, and Houston's favored by 8. How do you see this one, Jeff?
Well, the Cowboys have gotten off to a good start this year. They're 6-3, but they've played a very weak schedule. Let's consider who they've beaten. Phoenix twice, Cleveland, the Giants, Green Bay, and Cincinnati. Not exactly the cream of the NFL. Their 3 losses were to Washington, Philadelphia, and Detroit. Now they'll start a tough 3-game road trip in Houston against a fired-up Oiler team that should have won last week in Washington. One thing I've noticed about head coach Jack Pardee, he has the Oilers ready week after week and no letdowns. This week they're back in the Dome where they're 10-1 against the spread the last 11, and they've outscored their opponents by an average of 35-10. Sometimes a great offense overshadows a good defense, and that's the case here. Houston's defense is allowing only 13 points per game. They're ranked 5th against the run and 4th in quarterback sacks. Another key factor, they're ranked 7th in stopping third down plays. I look for them to stuff the run, force Aikman to pass, bring the heat, get the sacks and turnovers. I like the Oilers to cover at home over the Cowboys.
Now, Dallas is in second place in the NFC East. Do you think they're going to make the playoffs?
Well, if they're going to make the playoffs, they got to come up with something on the road. After this week, they traveled to New York to play the Giants, then to RFK to face the Redskins. So I feel comfortable saying Dallas will be 6-6 after the next 3 games and struggling to make the playoffs. This week, their secondary will be exposed by the Moon Man, Houston by 17 over Dallas.
Okay, put Houston in the books. Now, I already know by listening that you have a monster Pac-10 game of the year this week. Tell us what's happening in the pros.
Well, as you know, we hit both revenge locks last week, but the Bears game just barely got there. This week, I have another revenge game for Sunday that will not only win and cover, this game will cover by 21 points. So after we crush the book Saturday with my Pac-10 lock of the year, we can load up on another super revenge lock on Sunday, guaranteed to cover by 21 points. You can get both super lock winners plus your first weekend free. That will include 7 college winners on Saturday, 5 big pro games on Sunday, and Monday night's winner, all absolutely free. Call 1-800-638-3411. Make the call now. I'm on fire.
Sounds like it's going to be a big week for Jeff Allen Sports. Now, speaking of revenge, I think Denver has that on their mind as they take on the Raiders. It's at Mile High Stadium. Denver favored by 3. Jeff, how do you see this one?
Well, last week Denver came out flat, fell behind 10-0. Then they got their wake-up call and scored 20 straight points. I look for both clubs to be really focused for this game. This is a critical game for divisional standings as Denver lost earlier in Los Angeles. I expect them to show up big on Sunday. Let's consider the matchups. On the offense and defensive line, the Raiders have a slight advantage. At running back, Marcus Allen returns, but he'll need a couple of weeks to get back in form. For Denver, Bobby Humphrey is improving, and Greg Lewis has looked awesome. Big edge here for the Broncos. At wide receiver, I make this one dead even. But the huge advantage is at quarterback. Jay Schrader had 3 straight games passing for over 250 yards. It's all a big camouflage. He blew the last game against Kansas City with that late interception. Elway is having an all-pro season. He's got a great head on his shoulders. This is a huge advantage for Denver. Finally, the home crowd at Mile High Stadium. It's a big advantage for Denver. They're 5-0 at home. The Raiders have won 4 straight over the Broncos, so this is a big revenge spot here. The crowd's going to be in it, and I like Denver to win and cover at home.
That sounds to me like you're a little down on Jay Schrader.
Well, I don't want to overemphasize the point here, but quite honestly, I don't think Schrader is a starting quarterback in the NFL. He makes poor decisions every week, and the Raiders are winning in spite of him. This week, we'll see Elway get the job done as it should be. Jay will not be able to rely on his running game. He will once again be exposed as a second-rate quarterback, and Denver will win and cover with the help of Jay Schrader.
Okay, Denver in the books. Before we go to the break, it's winter time. Weather comes into play. How do you see weather in your handicapping?
Well, no doubt, you must take the weather into consideration. When it rains mildly and the field is wet, this can favor the offense because the receivers know their patterns. When it pours, obviously it's tough to throw and catch the ball. So knowing how much it's going to rain is important. When it's extremely cold, this hurts the kicking game. The football becomes hard as a rock, making it difficult to control. But the real killer is cold temperatures and high winds, like Buffalo last week. On the show, I told you to play over. But on Saturday, when I got the updated weather report, I found out about the high winds. I knew Buffalo would have a hard time scoring. So we had to get off that total. This is one important reason why you need to be on my 800 service. I get all the late information, up-to-the-minute weather conditions, injuries, and big money moves right here in Las Vegas. Call my office right now and get signed up for your first week of winners absolutely free. You get my Pac-10 Lock of the Year, my Super NFL Lock, and Monday night's winner absolutely free. So give me a call, 1-800-638-3411.
All right, Jeff says go with Denver and Houston and stay on top of that weather. When we come back, his NFL Game of the Week and overs and unders.
Hi, I'm Las Vegas handicapper Jeff Allen, the hottest handicapper in the country. I've won 10 straight weeks, and this week my West Coast contacts have confirmed critical information on a college game so strong, I'm releasing my Pac-10 Lock of the Year. You can receive this 40-point blowout, plus a Super NFL Revenge Lock, and your first week of winners absolutely free. Call 1-800-638-3411. Call right now.
Every player needs the best numbers to win, and now you have access to the most accurate line direct from Las Vegas. The Super Odds line gives you total coverage of all sports. You get all the major moves from New York to Las Vegas. No commercials, just the sharpest numbers updated every 15 minutes. Stay on top of all the action. Call 1-900-933-6337. Your own executive line service for just 95 cents a minute. Call now.
Hi, I'm Las Vegas handicapper Dennis Tobler, and after going 17-1 on my Monday night side and total selections as monitored on national TV and LA radio, I'm releasing my Monday night parlay of the year this weekend. You can only get it by calling 1-900-454-6600, and everyone calling this phone right now will receive a free week of my late phone service. So call for my Monday night parlay and the free week, 1-900-454-6600.
Hi, football fans. I'm Las Vegas handicapper Jeff Allen, and my Vegas Steam Report is on fire. Last Saturday, I gave you 4-0, and right now you can get a huge steam game in the ACC. Call 1-900-903-2224. For only $10, you can receive up-to-the-minute information right from the Strip in Las Vegas. Call for this ACC Super College Lock right now, 1-900-903-2224.
We're back with Las Vegas handicapper Jeff Allen. And last week, Jeff, you gave us Denver as your TV Game of the Week winner. It won. It ran your record to 8-2. That's 80%. A lot of people out there have to be happy with the money they've made. Let's go to this week. On ESPN, we've got New England traveling down to play Miami. Miami, a 7-point pick. How do you see this one?
Well, this week we have two teams headed in opposite directions. Dick McPherson has turned the Patriots into a competitive team. They're 3-6 straight up, but 5-4 against the spread. They've covered 3 straight now, and Sunday they fell behind, then battled back, and were driving for the winning touchdown before a tip pass was intercepted. They've built a solid rushing game behind Leonard Russell, who has 2 straight 100-yard games. Their defense has improved. They held Denver without a touchdown and Buffalo to only 22 points. On the other side, Miami is declining. They're just 4-5 against the spread this season, both straight up and against the spread. They barely held on last week to edge the winless Colts. The Dolphins have no rushing attack that puts all the pressure on Dan Marino. On defense, Miami is completely decimated by injuries. But on the plus side, Miami still has Don Shula, the best NFL coach in history. Shula will find a way for the Dolphins to win this game, but only by a field goal. I like Miami to win the game, but New England to cover the 7 points.
Okay, New England plus the points. Now why don't you take a little bit of time and tell us about Jeff Allen's big steam play in Vegas.
My Vegas Steam report is on fire. Last week, I gave you 4 big winners on Saturday, including the big shocker on Arkansas. This week, I have big Steam information in the ACC. Call my Vegas Steam report right now at 1-900-903-2224, and for only $10, you will receive a monster ACC lock. The information is strong. The information is guaranteed to win, so call right now, 1-900-903-2224.
That sounds pretty good. We've got time for 2 overs and unders this week. Jeff, why don't you give them to us?
Well, I like 2 games to go way under the Vegas total this week. First of all, San Francisco at New Orleans. The total here is low at 34. Both teams have injured quarterbacks. The 49ers' Steve Young is out, and the Saints' Bobby Hebert has a bad throwing shoulder. On the stop side, both defenses are excellent, with New Orleans ranked number 1 and San Francisco is ranked number 5. Last year, the scores were 13-12 and 13-10, so look for more of the same on Sunday. Go under 34. Next, Philadelphia at Cleveland. The total is even lower here at 33. Weather is likely to be a factor with freezing temperatures and high winds. Even if it's a nice day, neither team will score much. Bernie Kosar will wish he stayed home after facing the ferocious Eagle defense. I guarantee you Kosar will throw at least 2 interceptions, play under the total in this one. Don't forget, my Pac-10 Lock of the Year wins on Saturday, and my NFL Revenge Lock wins on Sunday. Get both Super Lock winners plus the entire weekend absolutely free. Call 1-800-638-3411. There's no obligation, but you must call right now, 1-800-638-3411.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. I hope you stay hot, because I'd sure like to stay cool. When we come back, I'll have some closing thoughts for you, and we're going to give you some more information on how you can get scores and more right after this. Stay with us, everyone.
When you need the scores and only the scores, there's only one number to call, 1-900-420-2400. No commercials, no hype, no bogus claims, just the scores. 1-900-420-2400. Every game on the board, college and pro, updated every 5 minutes, 1-900-420-2400. Remember, for all the latest scores 24 hours a day, the one number you need to know is 1-900-420-2400.
Hi, I'm Las Vegas handicapper Dennis Tobler, and after going 17-1 on my Monday night side and total selections as monitored on national TV and LA radio, I'm releasing my Monday night parlay of the year this weekend. You can only get it by calling 1-900-454-6600, and everyone calling this phone right now will receive a free week of my late phone service. So call for my Monday night parlay and the free week, 1-900-454-6600.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. We'll see you next week on Football Forecast 91.